How's this thing doing? It is Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. I did not have a busy day today, but we still had stuff to do. Still trying to get my bearings. A lot of stuff closed, still stuff open. Bank is closed for sure. So a bit of an odd day. I wasn't really sure how things would play out. I had horses to train this morning. Now I made a decision last night. There's no possible way I could train all the horses in the race bike today by myself. I could have, but there was no need for it. Also, I wanted to train some today, some tomorrow, some Wednesday. As I said to Jason, I'll train 5 today, 7 on tomorrow, and 8 on Wednesday. These are horses by themselves, and I'll give you guys an update as we get through them. Also on Wednesday, the horses that aren't going in the race bike, these are horses that don't have to be ready until the first or second, probably the second week of July, or horses that are catching up, right? Neuromancer and horses like that are catching back up. They will train on Wednesday, and anybody that trains way at bad on Wednesday will simply be added to the two trip race bike list afterwards or during. So how did today go? Who did I train today? Now, I was thoroughly pleased with Degas. Again, when you train a 2-year-old in a race bike at a fast speed, you get to see everything. Are they paying attention? Are they pulling up? Are they looking around? Are they goofing off? I went with Leland Hanover today. He did all of the above. Goofs off, looks around, pulls up a little bit. Not really a good trainer by himself, but I wanted to test him. I wanted to test him to see how he was. I went a mile in 2:8 with him. He was pretty good. I also went a mile in 2:4 with the Dio horse, Royal Flush Dio. He was good, but I thought he too was a little green, a little immature, goofing off a little bit. He wasn't completely focused, but I'll tell you what, the other 3 were. Highest honors, 2-1, last quarter in 28 seconds by himself. He was very good. Diosa Della Donza, 2-1, last quarter in 28 seconds by herself. She was very good. And yes, I did put a screen on her because she was going to be by herself. Now, there wasn't a ton of stuff in the track, and the shadow that was out in the last turn was only in the 1 wide lane, so I just went around it. I didn't want to tempt fate. I didn't want to ruin a good training trip with a bad. Now, she lost a left front shoe training today. I'm going to take the flip-flops off her now and go to a full swedge. If, in fact, she is going to be our representative, we do get that lot in the next generation, then I want to make sure that we have her as good as we can have her. So the flip-flops will come off of her, and highest honors, full swedges will go on, and we will train them as is next week also. But for today, both trained very good. I wasn't surprised with the trotters. Degas, 2-3 last half in 58-3 by herself. That was the most impressive mile of the day, mostly because I didn't expect her to be that good. I knew as soon as, you can tell, as you go to start out with them, you can tell if they're dialed in and they're ready to rock, right? The 2 pacers were, and she was also. Now, Leland felt like he was until he decided halfway down the backstretch past the half. He's like, there's nobody else out here. I don't really think there's a necessity to be going this fast. It wasn't in a overall dirty manner. It just is what it was. So, Degas was flawless. Last quarter in like 29 flat. She was good. She is ready to rock right now. She has flip-flops on. Are we worried about changing those? I think we just leave her as is until we get to Kentucky. Now, Eric is quietly watching out of the corner of his eye to see what takes place with everybody that is associated to Kentucky at all. And he was happy with what I told him about Degas. And it's as simple as this. If we get her down to Oak Grove and she doesn't trot as well on a deeper track, and it has been deep in the past, I can't say that I know with any kind of certainty if it still is deep. But if it is deep, then we'll simply swap her out for a 9/16 or a 5/8, whatever we feel is appropriate. But I can tell you one thing. She was absolutely awesome today. Very, very pleased with her. Now, tomorrow we have a host of others. Jailbird Jog is on the top of my docket tomorrow. I'm going to be watching her very closely as I go with her. But very happy with what I saw from the horses today. Now, we had one horse race today, and that was Memento Mori. I know I've explained it and said that this is going to be a long process with Memento Mori, right? He's moving away from Kentucky without hobbles, and I know Scotty was one that asked about the hobbles also, and I just don't think the horse needs them, right? You know who you're talking to, right? I'll wear hobbles on any horse anytime for any particular reason. I just don't think it's a necessity with Memento Mori. I think it is going to be cumbersome for him to switch gears with them on this year, and he's going to interfere a lot more. Now, we are racing on different tracks, which means different surfaces, different lengths, different banks. Now, today I thought with the way he interferes in the straightaways, trots the turns great, but the way he interferes in the straightaways today might be a problem. He did catch a boot, Mark said, and made a break behind the gate. Now, what Mark said also was that the horse was fantastic after and felt really good. You know, he did fizzle out a little bit. They went in 55, but he thought overall the horse was pretty good. Now, I had received some emails from people saying, Anthony, can we change trainers? Anthony, we need to change this. Anthony, we need to change that. Anthony, can we get the horse to this guy? Can we get the horse to this person? Can you bring the horse back home? Guys, I answered these same emails last year about Eric, and answered them about Megan with some horses, and answered them about every other trainer we've ever had a horse with. You really need to just understand it's a process, and it isn't going to be, you know what, we're going to give this horse to Nifty Norman, and this horse is going to be great all of a sudden. And then he isn't. And then you're like, well, now what do we do? So I'm going to bypass all the garbage in the middle, and we're going to get to now, what do we do? Right? Was I shocked with the break? Yes. But I was happy to hear that the horse was mechanically good aside from the break. Having said that, a little unsightly, I don't want to see the horse make breaks. So I am going to bring him home. He's on his home right now. Oddly enough, I used Nifty Norman's name. His shipper is going to ship the horse back to New Jersey. Joe Morris is going to pick him up and bring him directly to the Meadows. And he'll race next week at the Meadows. We're going to forego Monticello. And before you said he gets around the turns, wouldn't Monticello be? None of it matters if he's not trotting good and his confidence isn't up. None of this matters. Otherwise, it's all just patchwork. And I know everybody out there that's an old horseman of any kind is going to tell me this is what you have to do and this is how you have to do it. But the reality is, guys, you don't know the horse. You don't know where he hits. You don't know why he hits. You haven't sat behind him. And I have. Right? That's the reality of it. And I need everybody to understand that. This is not the first Memento Mori that we've come about. Right? This isn't the first horse that has had hiccups in his or her season that we've had to work on. Not by any stretch. Had plenty of them. It's not our first Memento Mori. And I'm sure I'm going to have somebody say, well, let's just get him down to Kentucky. Cool. We'll get him down to Kentucky. He'll get his face beat in by the 3-year-old Top Colts. That's what will happen with Memento Mori. He's a nice horse. He's very similar to Arrowhead Hanover, right? Really nice colt is never going to be 8-5 in the Open Sire Stakes Company level. It's just not going to happen. He's going to bang away. He's going to make money. He's going to surprise you sometimes. And you know what? He's going to break our hearts sometimes. And that is exactly what you're going through right now with Mori. It's a long season. My plan right now, skip Monticello, bring him back here, race him at the Meadows, be happy when I come off the track, hopefully with a win, and aim for the next one. That is after that, I believe on June 25th, maybe at Batavia. We'll race him in the Sire Stakes. If he races good at the Meadows, we will race him in the Sire Stakes at Batavia, because now they're coming into our wheelhouse where he trots the turns good, but we have to have him good. I'll go down to Batavia. And if I can't, Mark knows the horse now. It's not the first Memento Mori Mark McDonald's ever driven either. There's nothing super tricky about him except he interferes a little bit. He's this wide up front, right? He's not a very beautiful looking horse. You'll never look at him and say, that Memento Mori, he is so beautiful. That will never happen. He's a very ordinary looking horse. He is a racehorse right now. We will square him away. We will race him at the Meadows. We will go to Batavia and race him there, and we'll discuss it along the way. But the idea that today's break was somehow caused by the trainer or the driver or anything other than the horse catching a boot and making a break because he's a trotter is just not factual. And that's not an admonishment. Do you know how many times I've been sitting in your place and want to throw the controller right through the TV because a horse made a break? He wasn't good. Got a bad drive. Right? Or just didn't have a good race. I had front row seats to 2 park jobs last night. I think most people at Northfield know how angry I was after one of them. It's racing. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, right? It's not always going to be, you're not always going to get that warm, fuzzy feeling from this industry. The reality is you're not. What makes us love it the most is because you don't know what you're going to get until you get it. So, my advice to everybody would just take a deep breath, relax. Yes, he made a break at Vernon Downs in a race that he probably could have, should have won, and he didn't. We will get Maury back, see how he looks, make any changes we think he needs made, race him at the Meadows next week, hopefully win with him, and then we will continue on. So that's the plan with Memento Mori. Okay? And again, I'm not angry at anybody. I don't blame you. I've been in your shoes. I've said the same things. I've thought the same things. I've expressed the same feelings. I'm human too. The exact same. So I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not upset with anything anybody said. But I would caution you, this is not easy. This is not a push-button thing that is going to be fixed, and I have told you that. I've told everybody that. This is not the first time you're hearing this. The situation with Memento Mori will not be fixed overnight completely. Hopefully we can start moving in the right direction, get him trotting perfectly, and have him back on track. Okay? That's my promise to you. He is on his way back to the Meadows. I will sit behind him likely, what's today? Monday? I will try and get over to the Meadows maybe earlier on Thursday if he gets back there at a timely fashion. Earlier on Thursday, and maybe we'll snap him in the bike and I'll go with him. No, today's Monday. Can't do that. Saturday. Yeah. Saturday I'll train him in the race bike at the Meadows. I'll make my way over there early and train him. I know there's a lot going on with Ollie going to Ontario and maybe Ohio, and I have to race here, and Amy's over there. It's going to be a really, really busy week, top to bottom, start to finish. This will be the only night with our in-laws. We got some steaks. We're gonna try and cook them. I'm not a cook. We're gonna try and cook them and just have a peaceful night with the McIntyre and McDonald family, and then tomorrow we start getting to the top of that roller coaster, right? We have training all day, racing all night. Ava's graduation in the afternoon. Addie graduates Wednesday morning. Not a big deal. It's kindergarten, but still, she thinks it's a big deal. From 9 to 10. Then I go to the Meadows. I race in the afternoon. I race Melisandre and Arrowhead, Hanover. Come back here because we have to race Wednesday night here. Now, Thursday afternoon, I didn't get anything in at the Meadows, so I have to make a decision tonight. Am I even going to the Meadows on Thursday? Maybe not. I have no idea. Friday, I'll definitely have the Meadows. Oh, rewind a second. Thursday night, I might have to go to Scioto. More than likely, I'll have to go to Scioto now. So that's where I'm going to be Thursday night, as I remember it out loud. Friday will be the Meadows and training horses in the morning. Saturday, I don't know, probably training some horses in the morning also. Going to make my way over early now because I want to go with Memento Mori Saturday morning. Race Saturday afternoon at the Meadows. Rewind again. Meadows races Friday night, not Friday afternoon. I'm okay with that. Saturday afternoon Meadows, Saturday night Northfield, Sunday night Northfield, and a whole bunch of stuff in between, baseball and dance and kids, and that's what this week looks like. So I hope your week is a lot easier and a lot less stressful. In regards to the horses I trained today, thoroughly pleased with them. Degas blew me away. She was very, very good. The Pacers I expected to be that good. I'm not blown away because that's exactly how I thought things would go. I was blown away with Degas. Very, very good mile today. I'll give you an update tomorrow about how the horses train tomorrow and how they train on Wednesday, both the sets that are left going a little bit slower and the horses that are going in the race bike. But for right now, I'm going to call it a day. We'll talk about, we have a horse racing tonight. First race, Resolve Indeed. I'll talk about Resolve Indeed tomorrow morning before on my way to the track for you guys. Hopefully, good luck to all my partners. I know she's like 8-1. James is going to have to, typical James, is going to just slide away through and get us paid, and hopefully he can. But lots going on this week. So, there you have it. All updated. Have a wonderful rest of your day. As I said to my partners, Memento Mori, relax. It's a long summer. It's not even June. It's not even June. We get a long year ahead with Memento Mori. All right? Take care, everybody.